Good morning, everyone. It is Funky Fresh Friday. That's right. We have had an amazing morning so far with office hours and clubhouse, the breakfast of champions. And about 3 hours from now, almost exactly 3 hours from now, we're going to do Wayne Dyer's 7 Faces of Intention training. The 7 Faces of Intention training is today at 11 a.m. Pacific. If you miss any of the trainings, they are on the playbook on Mondays. Every Monday, check it out. Download the playbook if you haven't. Download the playbook. All the trainings, coaching, all that's there. If you have any difficult registering for training, david@dmeltzer.com, pinned right below. Jakey, bakey's in the house. Frankie's in the house. Rob Deerdeck, always on Friday in the house. Great to see you. Nick as well. Thank you, Tay. Good to see you. We're living the dream here. The questions are already coming in for Friday. We always have Q&A on Friday as well. How do you tap into the power of the universe? Well, you don't have to tap into it. That's the good news. You're already tapped in. And so what you need to do is figure out, what am I doing to interfere with my tap? What are you doing to create resistance, void, shortages, and obstacles to the greatest source of power that is? What are you doing? Are you overfeeding, over exercising, under exercising, underfeeding? What are you doing to interfere? Do you have the need to be right, offended, separate, inferior, superior, anxious, frustrated, angry? Any of those things are creating interferences, void, shortages, and obstacles to the greatest power that you have. So we'll drop it onto there. Any predictions for college football this season? Yes, Michigan's not going to finish in the top 20. Ohio State will win the national championship. You will find Georgia up there as well. So I'm looking at a Georgia-Ohio State championship. And you will see a rebirth in the Pac-12 as well. So teams like USC and Oregon and Washington, they're going to do really well. I feel bad for Michigan, though. It's going to be a horrible season for them. They'll probably lose to Rutgers even, but we'll see. All right. Can you be an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur? Yeah, of course. An entrepreneur is an entrepreneur within a big company. So it's very, very possible to be both. Joseph, I'll be right with you as well from the SFL Maven Corp. But you can be an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur. Let's take another question while we're waiting here. Favorite concert I've ever been to? Elton John and Billy Joel. They had a concert tour. It was amazing. Huge Elton John fan. And Billy Joel. Christy Brinkley woke up one morning and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm married to Billy Joel." The Rocket Man Keaton is here. All right. What do you look for in a friend? I look for people that feed me in a friend. So I want to feed those people that feed me. I want to let those that don't feed me fall away. And if they bleed me, I want to fire them. But I look for people that feed me in a friend, and I will feed them. So creating less interference between us and less interference for me. Ruben, good to see you as well. Why are entrepreneurs overlooked with large corporations? I think the opportunity to be an entrepreneur is not as romanticized as being an entrepreneur. But there's huge opportunities within big companies that people are overlooking. I mean, benefits alone have such substantial real value. Then you're talking about a salary. Then you're talking about time. Especially now that working for big companies can be remote, there's much more freedom and adaptability that's available, which were two of the key reasons that people wanted to be entrepreneurs, but with no risk. You don't have employees and overhead. They do. So check out all the different opportunities. There's so much of a talent need right now. People are trying to retain talent, to find talent. If you're at all interested in being an entrepreneur, look at being an entrepreneur first, or look at being an entrepreneur forever. Great money, equity, opportunity, and adaptability all there. See how the skills, knowledge, and desire are aligned with what you want to do. All righty, let's bring on our friend here, Joseph Layden. Let's see here. Get back up to, I got too many comments here. I lose track on where we are. Here we are, my Maven man. We will go live. SFL Maven Corp, result-driven e-commerce experience. There he is. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, David.
How are
Thanks for
you?
having me. I'm great. How are you?
Great to meet you. Thanks for joining me on this Friday.
Yeah, thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm terrific. It's been a tremendous week. I've had my anniversary, my wife's birthday. Um, I'm a sales guy. I'm a quantitative value person, and you've driven some serious sales in your life, over $130 million of sales. So, your auction events, your ability to buy and sell, what, is the core business between, in selling and buying low or selling high or creating perceived value, I should say. What are some of the things you've learned along the way? Because you're an expert at that perceived value.
Well, I luckily have an incredible network of people that I buy from. We specialize in pre-owned luxury jewelry, and I have a good eye for jewelry, and I just try to find the prettiest stuff I can find at the right price, and we auction it on eBay every Thursday night, and we've built an incredible following over 18 years. And so we just keep pumping out like really high quality stuff, jewelry, and we have the people there following the items, and we have support. So we do okay.
And how do you balance passion with purpose and profitability? How do you balance those three? And has the balance changed over the 18 years?
Well, that's a great question. I'm very passionate about jewelry and luxury goods, and I work with an incredible team. So we keep it fun, and we're always handling really nice jewelry. And it's like they say on that show, you never know what's going to walk through that door because we're not ordering this stuff out of a catalog. We never know what we're going to see. So every day is like a new day. It's great.
That's awesome. And is the buying side more important than the selling side?
Absolutely. The money's made in the buy. Right from the beginning, the money's made in the buy. But of course, in an auction, when there's a bidding frenzy or a bidding war, and people are seeing things and they know it may be the last time they ever see it because it's a unique, rare item. Sometimes you have surprises and things run away.
Which is awesome and exciting.
Yeah.
But to that matter, you've been doing, and building the community over 18 years, and now you're creating your own new sales channel, which is so smart because we now can amplify what we do to a mass audience. And your new sales channel, allows for one of a kind online marketplace. What is the differentiator in your online channel compared to what you were doing before just on eBay?
Well, so we're diversifying, and we're trying to just go into as many platforms as possible, just to have as big of a footprint as possible on the internet as we can. And we're working on a Shopify store, which will enable us to just break into lots of new markets in a cool way, where Shopify just controls your inventory on the back end. And so we have eBay as our core, and we've broken into First Dibs. It's another luxury marketplace, and with Shopify, we'll be able to just push our items everywhere, all over the internet.
And doing things the right way is so important. In the world of haters, it's so easy for negative energy to aggregate itself. But I've rarely seen someone have so many positive reviews. I mean, it's like hundreds of thousands of
Yeah.
positive reviews that, being able not only to stimulate interest, transition it, and share this vision, but you obviously manage and develop the vision for your audience, right? You're selling through your audience, not to your audience. And it really, I think, comes through in the comments that I see and the reviews that you have. What were some of the things that you focused in on to create that type of experience more than just buying and selling?
Well, first of all, we have an open return policy. So if anyone has any problem with any merchandise, there's no pressure. They don't have to keep it. They can just return it right away. And that's something that I feel allows us to get higher prices for our merchandise, because people know they can return it. There's no risk to them for them whatsoever. And to your point, I mean, like, you can't please everybody, but we please 99.99% of our customers. And we're a couple hundred feedbacks away from 100,000. So it's like, yeah, thank you. Massive, massive milestone for us. It's really exciting. It should be, hopefully before the year's end, we'll hit that.
Well, you deserve it as well. It's so interesting because some of the simplest things, like buying, I tell people all the time to focus on buying, know your timing and risk tolerance, and then the power of a guaranteed. It just is amazing that people try to lock people into things as if somehow in the long run that's going to help you build a business.
No.
When you're providing value, which you guys do so well, you should guarantee the value. And for any reason at all, even in the context of everything I do, someone could tell me and say, hey, my situation changed, right? My situation changed. I can't afford this. I'd like to return it. I'm okay with that, because if I'm selling value, then there's no chance, not only won't I lose money because I can always resell it, but more importantly, the relief and release when someone's so scared of being ripped off, that you just adequately say, no problem. And, companies like Nordstrom's have built their business. Costco have built their business, as much as they sometimes even have to take a loss, the amount of customers they get by people telling other people how great you are, because of the release and the relief that they thought something bad was going to happen. Sometimes when something bad happens, the way you react is better than if something good had happened. Have you found that to be true in what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And we focus on pre-owned merchandise. So it's not like they're breaking a seal on it and using it and then it's, a total loss. Like, to your point, we can just resell it, and sometimes it brings more money.
Yeah,
because it's an auction. So
right. Yeah, and it just had more advertising, so people had seen it before and didn't get it and then realize it, and it's back up for auction, which is really great. What are some of the newest things? You have a very old trade, different platform and medium, and First Dibs is awesome. It's, by the way, the #1 STDIBS.com. But what are some of the newer things that came along with the technology advancements that we've had? I've lost you for some reason.
Years. Oh no.
No, I got you. We got you. You're back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So over the years, I mean, when we started this 18 years ago, selling jewelry on the internet was such a foreign concept. It took a while to we started small, and it took a while to gain everyone's trust, and it was just kind of like a newer thing. And as time has progressed and shopping is, primarily done on the internet. I don't know what the numbers are, but I mean, there's so many more people shopping on the internet. And I think what the outcome has been is that there's no more fear of when people are shopping on the internet anymore. It seemed like the Wild West 15 years ago, but now it's just done right. You know what you're getting. We have an open return policy. You can't get hurt. So people are like, why not? And then when they get the products and they see how great they are and they love them, they come back. But definitely, there's great selection. There's better selection than there used to be, because if you're not on the internet, you're like dead in the water these days. You have to have an internet presence.
Yeah, it's amazing that, I was in the internet in 1992. So almost 30 years now in selling legal research online. And, back then our company was acquired for $3.4 billion in 1995. And even with that price, I, who had made my, entire wealth out of it, still had disbelief. But I was one of the first people to buy a car on the internet because I felt comfortable, from Florida to California. And it was such a positive experience. And then, I buy houses on the internet, literally without seeing them, and just have a quick FaceTime and, go do the right work to protect myself. But it's amazing where we've come from. And in the luxury item space, especially, the access to things that, were only in estate sales or only in a small jewelry shop. Now you can find so many extraordinary items that either have emotional attachment or a real value to you. And both are reasons, by the way, why people, purchase items, especially at auction, is either an emotional attachment or a credibility, some type of real value that it has in prospecting, or, and also in the case of just being able to resell. I love going to auctions when I have something already sold, and I know exactly what I'm doing margin wise, and just so more people come to you. It's a great business out there. If you have people that are looking for something and you see it at auction, go get the price and create a margin and go buy it for them. There's a great business there. Well, anyway, I wish you all the best. Not that you need it, of course, in the SFL Maven Corp, with what you've been doing on eBay, but now First Dibs, you'll see me bidding on there, not just on eBay. So I appreciate what you're doing. And oh, by the way, if someone has something to sell, where should they go?
Oh, go to our website and contact us
Directly. Perfect.
We do consignments, we buy outright. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, a lot of people ask me that. Oh, how do they buy? I'm like, oh, where do they go? Perfect. Make sure you do it, because remember, it's the buying that makes the money, not the selling. So thank you so much. Come back on, Joseph.
Thank you, David.
Take care.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. Bye. Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Love the business. That's just genius, and just building a huge community the right way. Over 100,000 positive reviews. There are a few away, but I thought it was hundreds of thousands when I was looking. It was crazy how many people love it. And it's so much fun, and you can make money. So make money, help people have fun. SFL, mavencorp.com, and firstdibs.com. It's a one-of-the-kind online marketplace for you. All righty. We're excuse me, rocking and rolling here. Gets a few questions going. Dave, as someone who's trying to learn about investing, where should I start and what should I do? First thing you should do is find out your own timing and risk tolerance. It's the number one thing for investment. And investment goes beyond just buying and selling things. It actually goes to investing in yourself, getting a job, looking to see if you should go to school or not, where you should go to school. Timing and risk tolerance. Too many people skip the first step in all investing. Don't even ask me what to invest in if you're not ready to answer the question, what's your timing and risk tolerance? If you know your timing and risk tolerance or need help with that, I have a document I can send to you, david@dmeltzer.com, to help assess that, reasons, impacts, and capabilities, in order to effectuate a quantitative analysis of what is my timing and risk tolerance, and then finding what's synergistic, supplementary, or aligned with your timing and your risk tolerance. Real estate, crypto, whatever it may be. If you want to get into real estate, give me a ring, david@dmeltzer.com. I'll send you my book, ebook, audiobook. I'll sign a copy, ship it to you, pay for it. Doesn't matter. It's all free, david@dmeltzer.com. Free is easy to guarantee when you give stuff for free. I guarantee you'll like it. How do you determine, or your money back? Oh, you're not giving me money, so it's a great guarantee for you. How do you determine the way you talk to the two types of arrogant people? So there's arrogant, ignorant people, and then there's humble, ignorant people. So there's two types of ignorant people, arrogant ones and humble ones. And the arrogant ones have closed minds. So I try not to talk to them, right? I allow them to fall away, or I fire them from my life. I'm really seeking ignorant, humble people, people that know they don't know, people that are seeking help, people that are willing to help because they know you don't know as much as you think you know as well. So once we establish the context that everyone's ignorant, that we don't know what we don't know, and then determine if they're humble or arrogant, if we find a humble, ignorant person, then we can ask them for help and decipher whether they are, one, a sponsor of ours willing to help us find someone, or a power sponsor willing to help us themselves and find someone to help us. Once again, I have that guide for you as well. David@dmeltzer.com if you want the open-ended question guide to determine ignorant arrogance and arrogance humble, ignorant humble, open-minded template I can send anyone. David@dmeltzer.com. All right, Jack is in the house to ask me a question. Where are you at, Jack Matthews? Jack, I thought I saw you. Put it up here. Perfect. There we go. He is the founder of Fans Plan. and Jack Lee Matthews at Jack Lee Matthews. There he is. Jack, what's going on?
What's up, Dave? How are you, buddy?
I like that belt behind you.
Nice. You see, I got it flipped upside down for Matthews, you know? Got to represent.
Yeah. Matthews and Meltzer, you got it.
Yes,
I love
sir.
all my
Power of
kids.
the M.
Power of the M. I love it. I was going to buy the W Hotel and just turn everything upside down. It'd be the cheapest rebranding ever. Go from the W to the M.
Dave, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I found my partner finally. Anyway, you're having great success with Fans Plan, and I thought I'd have you on here to see if I could be of service. But real quickly, fansplan.com, give me a quick background and then ask me a question.
Awesome. So FansPlan is a social media platform, a lot like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Biggest difference is we're helping people monetize with no ads. We're basically helping people build an audience and really monetize to that audience. That's what we do.
Which is, to me, the key concept of it'll never be cheaper than it is today to build an audience, a community. And the most important thing you can do is own the customer by knowing your frequency, finding the right customers, and having a clear, fair value proposition to your community that can be of service and quantify that or articulate the quantification of that value. Do you have a question for me?
My question is, Dave, because I think a lot of people they talk about they want to invest in themselves, right? But sometimes that comes with sacrifices, and sometimes sacrifices that we kind of try to shy away from those sometimes. Can you just speak to a little bit of why the importance of investing in yourself and sacrificing for what you want, so what you want doesn't become a sacrifice?
I love it. So I actually tie and reconcile those things all together. So it is very important to every day invest in yourself. You cannot find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. Big shout out to T-Rod there. By the way, he's in the house. If you're not following him, he is he went to school in Boston, but he's exceptional.
I've been following T-Rod for a long time.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. So anyway, see, sacrifice to me, I have a problem with, and this is where the reconciliation comes in, is because if you're investing in yourself, then there is no sacrifice. It's just a further investment in yourself. So if I'm sleeping in my car, that's an investment in myself. If I'm paying for school, that's an investment in myself. If I'm working 3 jobs or have activity I got paid for 20 hours a day, I'm investing in myself. Anytime that I'm appreciating, adding value to myself, I'm investing in myself. So for me, when people tell me I'm sacrificing, I'm like, you got to get a get to do attitude, not a got to do attitude. You got to start focusing in on what you want, not what's missing, what you don't want, or what other people think. There are no sacrifices. There's only investments. And so when you can shift your perspective into everything as an investment in yourself, how do I make it that way? Meaning you, number 1, do your best. 2, learn something. And 3, have fun. And if you do those 3 things, do your best, learn something, and have fun, it doesn't matter if you're sleeping on a couch, a car, or the street. You're not sacrificing. You're investing in yourself. You have a get to do attitude. You have a try me, not a why me world that you live in. And everything becomes an investment in you, expanding, growing, and compounding, aggregating on itself. And sooner or later, pretty soon, that investment pays off and you start investing in others, which is the greatest gift that you can get. So awesome question. Have a great reconciliation of investing and sacrificing, and you will find only abundance in your life, able to elevate others as you are doing. And make sure you check out Fans Plan. Building a community is the number 1 thing everybody should be doing, personally and professionally. Building your community by being of service and value, by being a open-minded sponsor or power sponsor. Know your what, find your who you can help and who can help you, and you'll have that Fans Plan community. Check it out. I appreciate you, my friend.
Dave, also the event tomorrow. You excited for the event tomorrow?
I'm very excited for the event, as always. I look forward to it. Thank you for reminding me. I just got out of my wife's. It's been a big personal week for me. Anniversary and my wife's birthday last night. We had hibachi on the beach, which was super cool, with a fire thrower and eater. So thank you so much for reminding me. I look forward to the event. Let everyone know about the event.
Yeah, so we're hosting an event tomorrow, guys. You want to be there? It's going to be on Zoom. It's we're having a lot of amazing speakers. David's one of them. We're going to have Dr. Aaron. We're going to have Michael Lazier. He's best-selling author. We're going to have a gentleman named Gary Brackett. He played in the NFL. You probably know Gary. and many other speakers. You definitely want to be there. It's going to be an amazing event about manifesting your dreams and really, the building blocks of what that takes to be able to do it.
You got to go to fans plan to join us or email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend.
Thank you, David. Have a great day, my friend.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
You too now.
All right. We got Jack Lee Matthews at Jack Lee Matthews, fansplan.com. Join us tomorrow. I'll be speaking there. Let's go live real quickly with Alina. Alina Villasante, welcome, founder and designer of Peace Love World. Could we get any better than that?
Hi.
Hi, you're like a doppelganger of Cameron Diaz, by the way. Has anyone ever told you that?
Oh, thank you. That's a nice compliment.
Well, beats John. I get John Lovitz, and you get Cameron Diaz. So,
yeah. I mean, you look. I was just telling my daughter how amazing you are. Actually, I was talking about you behind your back. Happy anniversary. Happy birthday to your wife. Looking forward to your event tomorrow.
Oh, you're awesome. Well, how can you not love Peace Love World? Give us a little bit of background of your mission in the brand.
So it started, actually, I always say it starts with yourself. I think every business that you launch somehow is related to your inner self, and you think you're actually doing it for other people. You start doing it for yourself, and then you start connecting with community, people, and all that. And I think it was like, I traveled the world in aviation, and I always felt like everybody in every country was looking for the same thing. They were looking to feel loved, to find somebody to love, to feel happy, to have peace when they go to bed at night. And then one night I was dabbling into these like t-shirts and just on the side as a hobby. I'd never expected to be where I am today. And, I think I touched so many people emotionally because I had great fabrications, great designs. And then it was an emotion that the whole world is looking for, because everybody wants to be in love. Everybody wants somebody to love them. Everybody wants to be happy. We're constantly looking for that formula, which, it's an everyday grind, right? I mean, life is not perfect, is it? I mean, it might be for you, but.
Well, it's all in your mind. It gives meaning. It's interesting because, love and peace are put together a lot, but I don't think people analyze it. And one of the great paradigm shifts in my life is to realize, I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am worthy, I am loved. And what am I doing to interfere with it? Peace, though, to me, is kind of the key component, is that if I understand where I am at peace, then I can understand when things are interfering with my peace. And when I'm most connected to what I am. How can we ascertain, or what methodologies do you utilize in order to keep the inner peace or attain? Because I don't think we go out and get happy or get wealthy. I believe we find peace. We find peace, and then all those things are released to us, or they find us.
Absolutely, because it's a way of life. There really is no secret recipe. For me, it's movement, it's spirituality, it's investing my time into things that help me grow, because I think that for you to be an icon for anyone, you have to have it yourself, because you can't go out preaching love when you're like starving for it yourself, right? So what is the formula to have this peace when you go to bed at night? It's doing the right thing. It's fulfilling your heart. It's fulfilling your family. It's putting your energy where, and I thought about this driving this morning, what makes you most happy? Like, what do I want to do Labor Day weekend? Where do I want to be? Where am I getting that best energy to fill myself? And I think that when we're the best versions of ourselves, we can definitely share it with all those around us. It's like, be the energy that walks into a room. For me, putting my head on my pillow at night and finding peace is doing the best I can that day. Of course, you want to be financially okay. You want to have food on your table. You want your kids to be healthy. You want your parents to be okay. There's so many things that run through your head, right? But do your best every day and go to bed. And it's like I always tell everybody, it's going to be okay. Whatever you're struggling with, my cousin once told me, nothing good lasts forever and nothing bad lasts forever. So, there's little phases of life. But yeah, I do. I nourish myself with good foods. I move. Movement to me is very important, because if I'm kind of dragging, the movement gets me out of the dragging.
Always, nothing happens till you move. All the great physicians,
Absolutely.
metaphysicians, all believe in that. And it's so interesting because I, live this extraordinary, happy life because I only spend minutes and moments outside of it. So every day people ask me, oh, don't you get stressed or worried or anxious or frustrated or angry or guilty or resentful or offended or have the need to be right or all these different things? Yeah, I still have those exact things I know I'm not supposed to have, but I only spend minutes and moments at it because I'm very logical
It's
and
like
pragmatic.
delete,
And cancel, right? Exactly. That's what. And I
cancel.
have like these 5 daily practices of knowing what I want every day, who can help me and who
Count
I can
your
help.
blessings.
You know how many people take for granted what other people are wishing for? You
Oh
know,
my God, I have a thing in my wallet. Everything I prayed for that happened, I have the papers in my wallet. So when I feel overwhelmed that I'm looking for something, that I need this, I go back and I say, don't forget the things you asked for that you already got. So count your blessings, because if you take all your problems and put them into one page and then you count your blessings, it completely offsets the negative. And we are so blessed in so many ways, just to be alive, just to be healthy, just, everyone does have their struggle. Let's not minimize that.
yeah, let's just make it a shorter period of time. One of the other things that's funny that you say is, anytime I cough, I'll say thank you. And people who know me are like, why do you say thank you? I'm like, because I don't want to take for granted that I can breathe. And then every time I sneeze, when you sneeze, your heart
Yeah.
stops. So I say thank you when I sneeze as well, even if someone doesn't say bless you. And it drives people crazy. Like, what's that? I'm like, I just don't want to take for granted, that my heart's, beating. And so there's these little things that we can do as much as we cancel out the negative energy, negative people. We also have to just be grateful and remind ourselves not to take for granted what gifts we're given every day. And when we focus in on the gifts, more gifts come to us and put us into peace. And it's so funny you talk about doing your best. My 3, parenting things are do your best, learn lessons, and have fun. And don't take yourself so seriously, obviously, falls into the context of that. For you, this idea of peace, love, and world, how does world, fit into the equation?
Everybody, because we're all one. It doesn't matter where you travel. Okay, you may have been raised with a different religion, with a different culture, but at the end of the day, that human thing that we all want is aligned worldwide. And that's why I say we are the same people. How we're brought up, if your parents brought you up as Catholic or Baptist or Jewish or whatever, that's a completely different thing. So I think that humans come into the world with the same desires, and they're really the ultimate thing, the foundation of who we are as humans. And look, even the fact that if somebody even questions spirituality, I'm like, look at your organs, the way you're built, the way you breathe every day, the way you move, like it's all coming from a higher being, right? So I do feel that there's one God, many ways to reach him, and we are all one. And I really feel that way. I don't care if we're looking at Afghanistan or Haiti or, you look at people and you see their pain, you see the fact of what they're going through, they're no different than you. It hurts them equally the same. So I have that very instilled in me, and I feel that pain as if it was happening in my backyard. Just when that building fell in Miami, it hurt so much because it was so close. Well, something far away should hurt just as much because they're people.
Yeah,
And
I'm an empathetic like you. It's crazy when you know the world is connected, how that empathy actually hurts, which is why I could never be a doctor because nobody
oh,
wants to bring
we'd
someone
never
to
make
me.
money. We'd never
I,
make money.
I would cry
We do
I'd
everything
cry
for
the whole
free.
time. I cried the whole time in pain. Um, Last thing real quick, was talking about ignorance, and one of the epiphanies that I had is, we all are ignorant. We don't know what we don't know. There's trillions of variables and dependent and independent variables within the context of those variables. I'm a math person, so I kind of start looking at possibilities of it'd be impossible to know everything and to be certain of anything. And so I'll take the context that everyone's ignorant. We don't know what we don't know. But what's happening is we have these vacuums of information that create arrogance and ignorance instead of the humility of ignorance. The humility of ignorance is what you share with me is we're all connected and we're doing our best learning something and having fun, and we're all connected and should feel one another that we're all the same. One branch would not go to war against another branch on a tree. Why are we going to war with each other? But because of the spectrum and vacuums that are created, especially with media, social media, and the separation that's occurred, how do you help people to reconnect in a very segregated world where there's attacks and judgments all the time, in a vacuum of information that segregates us instead of draws us together?
You know, I've learned to really take out the noise and take out the drama and just really focus on what's real, because I think that there's so much time spent, like you said, ignorance on stupid things, right? Because there is a lot of information out there. And like you said, you may learn it and tomorrow it's not the same anymore, right? So I really just focus on what's real. I focus on the human connection. I have a thing in my calendar that says give to someone every day, whether it's a cup of coffee or a just because letter in the mail, because now I'm obsessed with those waxes that you melt and it's got a little thing in the back that says I love you. Send me your address, I'll send you one. So I say it on QVC too, just because. So, you know, you can only touch the people around you, right? You can only touch people at a certain time. Like today, you've touched my heart. And for me, it's just those little gestures of kindness, of caring, of listening, because so many times you want to fix somebody's problems and they don't want you to fix them. They just want you to hear them, right? So
Yeah.
that is my little way of contributing to this crazy world. I mean, I wake up scared every day. I can barely watch the news, but you know, I think if we could all just kind of soften up a little bit and hear people and do our best and lead by example. As a parent, you know, you have to lead by example.
No doubt your kids will not listen to you, but they will watch you.
They don't listen to me anyway, but
Yeah, but they will watch. They will watch you, and you're
yeah,
planting seed. You're planting seeds under trees you may never sit under. It's amazing
exactly.
because my daily prayer started with, "May God put at least 10 people in front of me I can help," and then as I've matured, I also have added, "May God put at least 10 people in front of me that can help me,"
Oh, I
creating the
need to add that one.
complete flow of receiving as well, so I can give more, because I have the purest intentions most of the time, to be of service and of value. In fact, I love and have learned to love my name, because I learned my name means beloved servant, and
Oh,
that's
mine means bright and beautiful in Russian.
as, yeah, it is, and you are bright and
Beloved
beautiful,
servant.
and we
Oh,
appreciate. You have to come back and visit me more often at Peace Love Alina, peaceloveworld.com,
oh, I
anywhere
love
else
you. You're
people can
such a
reach you.
beautiful man. You have great, great information every day. You're honestly amazing.
You are too. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank.
Have a wonderful
I
weekend.
appreciate you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Peace, love, world. Can you ask for more? I doubt it. Amazing woman. Let's all figure this out together, right? Let's have gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and I promise you, you'll be inspired. Gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability. I promise you'll live in spirit, allowing life to come through you, living between limitlessness and infinity. There is enough of everything for everyone. Receive it and give it away. Acknowledge what you have by giving it away. Appreciate it when you receive it. That means to add value to it, make it yours, and then give it away and acknowledge it. Bonnie, welcome. Nina, welcome. Nino, welcome. Rob Deerdick, welcome again. T-Rod, everyone here, the Color Design Group, welcome. I'm going to take one more question, and then we're going to get going. We got training in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm going to review the 7 Faces of Intention from Dr. Wayne Dyer. So those are there. What is your favorite teachings of Dr. Wayne Dyer's? Power of Intention is absolutely my favorite, which has changed my life. What are your thoughts on soft skills in the workplace? Look, the emotional intelligence, the soft skills that people have are invaluable if they're aligned, synergistic, and supplementary to what the objectives are and the values that the collective consciousness has. So very, very valuable, but there are hard skills necessary to be successful, and not everybody has those. So you need to balance those. Start with the hard set, go to the soft set: gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, effective communication. Utilizing the 5 daily practices. Know your what, everybody. Find out who can help you and who you can help, how you can get it done through being a student of your calendar. Know how to prioritize what's most important so you get stuff done. My friend Alina just told you nothing happens till it moves. Moving's a big part of her life. Then you can apply your why with gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability, living your life inspired between limitlessness and infinity, a world of more than enough of everything for everyone. Not just enough, not enough, but more than enough of everything for everyone. Join me in 2 hours and 20 minutes, 11 a.m. Pacific time for training, Power of Intention training, Wayne Dyer. I'm going to give you my interpretation and download of the greatest lessons, the 7 Faces of Intention, to help everyone. You can get that document from me as well in my books, david@dmeltzer.com. Don't have to pay for anything, don't worry. Thank you all. Remember, most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We'll see you in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Thanks.